Disabilities Today is brought to you by Wright & Philippus, a provider of prosthetics, orthotics, and home medical equipment. Wright & Philippus, first to serve your home health care needs. GM Mobility, we'll help get you there. And now, with the added security of OnStar, you can travel with confidence. Learn more at gmmobility.com. The Paralyzed Veterans of America. PVA is a leading advocate for health care, research, and civil rights, serving veterans since 1946.
Hi, I'm Roger McCarville. Welcome to Disabilities Today, the show on abilities. What do you do when you have a perfect plan that saves lives, saves money and resources, and you want to pass it on? Well, what we're talking about is the Michigan Auto No-Fault Insurance. All right, John, I want to talk about your book, The Educated Guide to Consumers' No-Fault, part of our Michigan program. Can you talk a little bit about your book?
Absolutely, Roger. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm on a mission to educate our fellow Americans about the two silent epidemics that happen every year in America. One being there's about 600,000 brain injuries from automobile accidents every year in America. That's one every minute.
600,000?
600,000. That's according to the Brain Injury Association of America. You can visit their website to check that out. And the second silent epidemic is medical bills causing bankruptcies. So Harvard Medical School did a study that indicates there's in excess of 1 million people a year in America that are having to file bankruptcy due to medical bills alone. So these two silent epidemics threaten every American whenever they get in an automobile. And the fact of the matter is it's extremely sad, and it doesn't have to be that way. I wrote a book about the Michigan model, which is actually the solution for this terrible epidemic.
Well, John, as you're talking about Michigan no-fault,
yes,
we've had this how long?
35 years this particular model has been in effect in Michigan.
And how does it work?
Well, the brilliance of this plan, as I know you're familiar with, Roger, is the simplicity of it. Essentially what happens under no fault, it accelerates the payment of the medical bills within 30 days. It guarantees that if you're in an auto accident, all of your hospitalization, all of your doctor visits, all of your aggressive therapies, all of your medicine, all of your in-home nursing care, home modifications, electric wheelchairs, everything you need is paid for. Recreational therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, everything. Now the system is designed simply by taking a piece of our premium that we pay to insure ourselves, and we reinsure ourselves here in Michigan.
It's a catastrophic loss premium?
That's exactly correct. It's called the Michigan Catastrophic Claim Association, and presently we're at about $105 per car per year amount.
Per people.
That's correct. In Michigan we have about 7.2 million automobiles, so each one of those 7.2 million automobiles contributes $105 to the catastrophic fund.
Has that been going up every year?
Well, actually, it's been decreased. You might take note that presently it's about $105. Last year it was $126, and in 2006 it was $142. Historically, our legislature has refunded as much as $3 billion of the excess amount that they saw that they would need. Well, presently we have $11 billion in our fund. We're the only system in the world, in America, that actually has an excess. So we collect about $1 billion and we only spend about $650 million, and we have around $400 million in annual excess, which rolls over into the fund that has $11 billion right now.
Well, how many people, say in Michigan, are covered, and how many use it?
Well, as I indicated, there's about 7.2 million insured automobiles. It's reported that there's about 1,400 people on average that actually fall to the level economically of needing to go into the fund.
Right. 1,400?
That's it. But if you happen to be one of those unfortunate few, if you happen to be one of the 600,000 people that have a brain injury in an automobile accident and you have no coverage under your auto insurance, for instance, the level of coverage in Florida is $10,000.
That's all?
When you arrive at the hospital, you are absolutely going to be astonished to learn that you're required to sign paperwork that virtually guarantees you're going to go bankrupt due to your medical bills.
Right.
So I think most Americans are interested, as you observed, in how can they get this law in their state.
Right.
And that's why I created the video. That's why I wrote the book.
Right.
And the video is a Google video. It's called The Solution for Brain Injuries and Bankruptcies, and it's free. And any American can go there and view the video, tell their family and friends, write to their local media, and send that email link with an attachment about the video to their state legislators.
Now, this is something that we have in Michigan with the no fault that is covering the cost for people so they don't have to do that. But the rest of the country really doesn't have that, do they?
You're absolutely correct. We are the only state, and for 35 years we've been using this wonderfully perfected model, perfected in the sense that it looks out for the interests of the injured person as well as the family.
Right.
I mean, it's a terrible consequence when someone has a brain injury and or a spinal cord injury in an automobile accident, but then to suffer the additional injury and insult of the family having to go bankrupt and lose their house because of medical bills is terrible. In the singular vision of our legislature here in Michigan 35 years ago, they crafted this model law, the Michigan no-fault automobile law, which took into account their perception that if you were catastrophically injured, you would need these ongoing benefits, which include 24-hour in-home nursing care and all the other things we mentioned earlier. It was brilliant in the sense that it was funded by the drivers for the drivers. And the sad part is, everywhere I go in the country at national conferences and conventions presenting this, people are astonished to learn that it exists. But the problem we face is no one knows about it, and there's no federal regulation concerning insurance, so this is up to each individual state to actually adopt this model law in their state.
Well, John, thank you very much for sharing that with Disabilities Today.
Hey, God bless you, Roger, and thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.